smoke. We've got smoke. 3. We've got ignition. 2, 1. We've got RIP takeoff. Bear down. Bear down, bear down, bear down. Hey, y'all, big ups and welcome to another edition of Mouthpiece Included. This is where we're going to go ahead and break down some politics out there. That's sports and politics. If that's not your bag, get out. If that is your bag, pull up. Or hang around, comment. So we like that. So welcome to Mouthpiece Included. Again, this is the podcast where we talk about politics, sports, politics, everything in between. This is one of your co-hosts, RNA9 Millie. I'm going to be joined today by, of course, Big Ace and any other urban silverback or silverback gorilla who's got the gonads to pull up. In today's episode, we'll go ahead and be discussing tree topics. Number 1, Caleb Williams.
Mouthpiece included.
But Mom, I didn't win the game. Can I use your fingernail polish? You can paint your nails on the way home, Caleb. Or Justin Fields. You know, he likes to wear the Prince silky shirts. Is that generational? We're going to get there. The battle of the quarterbacks. We'll analyze their strengths, weaknesses, and potential impact on the Justin Field. Will Caleb Williams take the reins from Justin Fields? Stay tuned. MHJ, Marvin Harrison Jr. His star is rising. We'll explore his impressive college career, his prospects in the league, and why he's generating so much buzz out there. They're talking about he's like Calvin Johnson out there. Like Calvin Johnson. Imagine having Calvin Johnson opposite DJ Moore. Okay. Is he the next big thing? We're going to break that down. Everyone's comparing Justin Fields and he's 10 and 27 and blah, blah. He's not processing and blah, 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 blah. But this isn't a flat out apples to oranges comparison. Because if you keep JF1, there's going to be some draft capital out there. Everybody's talking about that, just like they're not talking about Justin Fields' rushing TDs when they look at his touchdown interception ratio. Draft capital. What does it mean for these players? We'll unravel the importance of draft capital and how it can shape their careers. Buckle up, because the Bears are on the clock. We're going to look at potential opening day roster under multiple scenarios and select our personnel or personal options. We'll also discuss the latest news and updates from the world of sports. This whole thing should take about 75 minutes max, so stand down, stand back, stand by, or pull up. But if you do pull up, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Smash that like button out there. Smash it. All right, let's go ahead and get Jackie Robinson's finest in the building.
Shouldn't have left you without a strong Ryan to step to.
He got Big Ace in the building. Southside's finest. No, he's not 12, but
Production, you need to pull me up. Yeah.
Oh, you're not. We didn't make you the co-host, so you don't have. Yeah, you should be able to do whatever you want out there now, there, fella.
TATN.
So what's been going on in your neck of the shot, bro?
Oh, just trying to survive in this land of milk and honey, having a great time in this 70-degree weather that we having today.
Well, milk, honey, and don't forget the streets are paved with gold.
Yeah, definitely pay for go here in the Shy. You come in and get you a voucher for your living arrangements. Just say you have no connection to any country, and just let me in. And you can live here rent-free for a few months. Get you some stamps, go out there.
Well, I told somebody I'm going to drive to Mexico and then come across the border. Okay? Everything, okay? I look for asylum to gangs, okay? You know what I mean? They're going to give me 6 stacks and cell phone, put me up in the
Yeah.
Four Seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Job.
Yeah.
Yeah. He learned English fast.
He's
Yeah.
quick. He's fast. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's going on in the shot. Every corner, every intersection, every Home Depot. You know,
Bro.
people looking for housing, money.
And you know, it's all a humanitarian thing. So
For
you know, I was out and about. Lady walk up on the whip. She got the flowers. Selling them for like $5. I didn't want the flowers. Man, I gave her $2.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your stuff.
Yeah.
Walked off, rolled her eyes. Give me the $2 back.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying
kept walking.
I'm trying to help you out, you son of a.
Just gave you free money. You can go get another flower with that and sell it for $5. You know what I mean?
Some more crack or meth or whatever the hell is your fancy. I'm just trying to help.
Oh yeah, she wanted that. She wanted that $5. There had to be drugs involved for somebody. Cause $5 I'm trying to eat. Well, maybe you can get $2 worth of food.
Right. Maybe you get a Mac sandwich or McDuffie or whatever, the Rally Burger.
How about this? You sell one of those flowers, now you got $7.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Yeah, you're still $2 ahead before we encountered each other on this day. But you know, I digress. We all just trying to make it.
Yeah, we all trying to make it, man. It's hard out there, man. So
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Out why the money's going to the Ukraine and Israel and we're just trying to make it here, trying to send my kids to school and work and watch a little football sometime next year if we can figure out all these transfigurations of draft and mock drafts and crap that they're spraying out there for everyone to take in on my quarterback. JF1.
Hey, I'm getting a team together, bro. You know how they're busing them from the border to, sanctuary cities? And all the policymakers live in those good neighborhoods, and you really got those people around them.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm getting some shuttles going. I'm going to start a GoFundMe, and we're going to bus them out to Beverly Hills and buff them out to DuPage County. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Might as well see where they could be living great, not just good.
I'm saying, right where the policymakers are.
Yeah, free tours.
Yeah. You guys say this is okay, send them to your schools. I don't see you letting them in your private schools where you pay all that. I don't see you letting them in there. No, and paying their tuition. No.
None of that. Just shipping them to my neighborhood. They're breaking in the damn vacants and, whatever. Or if they got a vacant, they got some damn electricity, they charging them $100,000 to fill up the damn building for.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of that going on, man. Even here, those vacants. But hey, they call that squatting. Man, we got shanty towns coming up, bro. It looks just like when you look at those third world nations. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You think shy, man. And summer's coming, so you're really going to get a gander at it when the summer. Yeah. You get a gander now. It's 70 degrees.
Yeah, they basically made it. I mean, shit. It's going to snow next week, but damn it, the sun's going to come back out. So, they made it. If you made it through these last couple of months, I mean, we had a great winter, I must say. But, they made it. So.
Hey, y'all, the link is pinned in the chat, so jump in, y'all. And this is sponsored by House Stock, Midwest Fest. House Stock. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Yeah, early, free tickets. Yeah, Ace, I was telling wifey, man, we'll probably rent a, they got those modern day conversion vans. Yeah. People who live the van life, but now you got companies who just convert them and they'll rent them out to you.
Oh, yeah?
Me and Tasia don't need nothing huge. Right. Just someplace where, she can lay her head and have the AC on or whatever when I'm running around. And I'm not saying I might be smoking shenanigans, but, just,
There's going to be shenanigans smoking around there somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of shenanigans, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Of course, I got to look at the schedule. I think I got that tournament every damn weekend, but...
Yeah, we got to align on the days because I'm pretty sure we'll probably just do it one day because I know it's a whole weekend. But
yeah.
we're being shy. We want to move around the city too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Wifey's asking about the 2025 excursion to Booker. Boom, 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 boom. For yeah. So we got to nail down some dates.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll poke around on that bear and
All right.
get back to y'all on that
That'll work.
most ASAP. But you're right. That's got to be in motion.
Yeah.
All right, but Cubs re-signed Bellinger.
Loving themselves.
I know you weren't high on this last year, but
Well, I mean, I wasn't high on the one year contract because now you raked them over the coals for 3 years, $80 million, which he's probably going to play like shit for the next three. I mean, average for the next 3 years. So we'll see. We'll see. But hopefully he enjoys his time here in Chicago and can propel the North Side baseball team to the playoffs this year. Hopefully.
Well, who do you think's gonna have a better record? South side or the North side? Boys Town adjacent, Wrigley Field.
We're rebuilding, and on the south side of Chicago, it's like the Bears teardown year. We're going through
blah. Who will have more W's next season? And y'all, the link is in the chat. Anybody can pull up.
I don't know. It's got to be close, actually. We got a lot of
yeah. We'll y'all can just stay healthy and get some pitching.
Stay healthy and get pitching.
I've been hearing this since 1979.
And a left-hand power bat. Oh man, we're gonna be good next year.
Yeah, left-hand DH, somebody who can stand over there.
Stick that ball right out of the damn ballpark.
They've been looking for the same thing for 40 years, man.
Yeah, they won't look for any black kids to do that.
They don't want to have nothing. They don't want to have Big Frank to have nothing to do with the team.
No
Big Frank Thomas. I would have brought him in. He'd have been my hitting instructor.
Yeah. I'd have snuck him in there for some damn games. Fuck the hitting instructor. I'm sure Frank can still get you 20, 30 home runs.
Especially when they were doing all that crazy shifting. He probably would have hit like 370 because Frank he used to hit for contact too. He wasn't up there whiffing.
And he's taking that Nugenics, him and Doug Flutie. So he's
Nugenics. Balco. Hey, they starting to talk about your boy LeBron, man. I've been saying it right here on ESPN for long. Like, when are y'all gonna figure this out? Like, come on.
This motherfucker's 50 years old.
He getting a shot right in his Achilles every day. Hey, Creeper, happy belated birthday, bro.
Happy birthday. You can't say that about LeBron. Generational talent.
This guy says boys town. Hey, 2 salsa up, 2 snaps up. All right, looks like he found his way down there.
You can drive through there and past there. You don't necessarily have to stop.
He was in Wrigleyville and crossed the street and ended up at another bar. Like, wait a minute, there's no Cubs jersey. In fact, nobody's even wearing a shirt. It's 40 below outside.
Nipple rings everywhere. What the hell's going on?
Below the whistle.
Go Cubs! They're looking around like now. Find them. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, we got Caleb Williams or JF1 versus JF1, MHJ, and the draft capital. Pull up. The link is pinned in the chat. We're going to really do some strict analysis. You got a lot of people who don't watch the games. They've obviously never, laced them up, did anything. It's just funny in this scenario. All the nerds and geeks are saying go with Caleb. Yeah, and anybody's laced them up, or even the guys in professional football are saying stay with JF1. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to go from a 6'2", 230-pound quarterback to a 5'11", 205 guy?
Man, Keyshawn said one of his guys said the dude lucky to be 5'11". Saw him at the combine. Said he's lucky to be 5'11".
Now, this guy is not doing a physical. We'll get into this stuff, but no physical, no throwing, no. It's just meeting with the teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's Goldie.
Early bird specials are in full effect. House stock link is pinned in the chat. Fields is the truth. Nerds don't watch the game. Yeah, they look at these numbers, and You know what I mean? And they're not watching the games. And then when I be seeing stats, Ace, I be like, yeah, that's what I was looking. Because you have people come out, their line was rated one of the best in NFL. No, they had the highest. He had the highest under duress rate in the league, bro, by far, like 64%.
Not for the people that want Justin out of here. He's holding the ball too long.
Well, he's holding the ball too long because he's trying to wait for those guys to get, well, he's trying to make a play.
Yeah, they said he's got to throw them open, but they never get open. They're slow. They don't run good routes. They
Okay, and then when he does that as an interception, then they say, "Oh, look at him, he's throwing picks and they're losing games."
He's got 10 interceptions on the season. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and it's funny the narrative is all these running quarterbacks. They got to learn how to stay in the pocket. Well, then, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got to learn how to stay in the pocket.
Yeah, sounds like Al Bundy.
Yeah, almost Al Campanis like. Yeah.
Just because they got big thighs doesn't
and they can run a 4.25. They haven't been playing quarterback their whole life and standing in the pocket when it was, they want to stand in the pocket. If the drop dead gorgeous left guard is letting the guy run right at him,
right,
has the natural abilities to avoid that and extend the play and make plays and win state championships. You know what I mean? They had the same problem with Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma. You remember at Alabama? I mean,
yeah, we don't know what's going on. We can't.
All he's doing is winning championships, but we want to get Tua who can stand in the pocket.
He stand in the pocket and make that clean throw all the way out to. He can make all the throws. Except when he gets to the combine, then he doesn't make any throws.
Exactly. And the kid who's won 4 straight high school championships and came in here and won a chip as a freshman, he's no longer the starter. Because we need somebody who can stand in the pocket.
Yeah, we need somebody to stand in the pocket and be able to deliver that play, get everything, get the team in the huddle. It's a team game until it's time to pay the black quarterback.
That's right. Offense is not always designed to score. It's based on the possibility of it work. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you're just moving the ball control, keeping your defense off the field. It's a strategy. It's chess, not checkers. Football is chess, not checkers, people.
Yeah, especially if you got the right pieces out there doing what you needed to do. Like they need a running back that can block as well as run.
See, they're talking about Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
What the problem with Fields, like you said, is they have too many new offense coordinator, new head coach, rookie running back 2 straight seasons. You know what I mean? Too many. Yeah. Rookie left tackle. You know what I mean?
You can't be the second youngest team in the league and expect miracles to happen, especially when the youngest team in the league is, in your division, and they've got a little bit more. They've got more continuity going because they've had their quarterback for 5 damn years in the same system.
Correct, and they made the decision to stay with Goff. You know what I mean? But maybe that's because Goff runs a 5.2 40. What I'm saying is they made the decision to stay with him. They didn't move off of him and go get a rookie quarterback and move off Goff's contract. And it was no big story all over the media. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, I mean, that and the Fudge Packers. I mean, the teams that have systems in place, continuity, as they like to use the word in the NFL. Those teams progress toward getting in the playoff mode when it comes to the end of the season. Everybody thinks you can just go out there like Madden and toss the ball around and throw your quarterback out there, and playoffs actually happens by the time you get to the season. You got to build a team from the beginning, which is preseason. Training camp, all the way to the end. And if you're not doing that, and you're
well, back to your point about running back.
Yeah.
Imagine, and we'll get there. We're probably ahead of it a little bit, but imagine that backfield. I've been saying it for 2 years, Ace. You throw Saquon back there, right? You shore up that line a little bit with some more depth, right?
Yeah, right.
Now you got your Marvin Harrison on the left. Cole Kmet in there. You got what's his name?
DJ Moore.
DJ too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
You
got
got yeah.
both DJ Moore, and
And
you
you
got
got
the
JF1.
yeah. You're coming out there strong, strong. I mean, who you know the defense is normally predicated about taking something away from you, but if you've got a All Pro running back, two
Two
All
all
Pro
pro receivers.
receivers, All Pro tight, working on All Pro
Yeah, he's
tight
flirting
end,
with it. He's flirting with
yeah,
it.
yeah, and yeah,
He grew up low.
he
He's a local boy.
you put those two All Pro receivers out there, he's going to be wide open all damn day. But you put all that out there and get a left
And we can mess
tackle,
around and get Brock Powers.
and
Because this
it's,
guy likes the two tight end system,
yeah,
the new coordinator. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You can mess around and have him
yeah,
commit. And that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. People aren't talking like this. They keep talking about, well, we can have Caleb.
yeah.
You're not looking at, they keep just glossing past what we can actually have with
Mhm.
on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And with all the draft capital that we're going to have, making y'all salivate over that number one pick, because history has proven that with the number one quarterback pick, you're going to lose. I don't give a damn who you got out there. I mean, the Bears are in a good position with the players they got, but it's got to learn the NFL. And
Yeah, and we've had a historically poor defense the last 2 years when we gutted our defense with its best players. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
then you expect Justin Fields as a second year player to,
yeah,
you know, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Save the world. We are the world.
NFL teams have no patience. Case in point is drop dead gorgeous Josh Allen. They have the perfect team but can't walk the ball up. That's coaching error. Buffalo play calls sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but nobody's calling for Josh Allen's job.
Nice. Drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all the
And
measurables,
he's
and
got a
and and he runs. You know what I
he
mean?
runs.
He
He's
can
strong.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're trying to keep him in the pocket though. He stands in the pocket. And he only runs. He runs when he's smart because he's
hey,
smart.
these people are diabolical, bro, because they got all these guys coming up with their big long thigh muscles. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And playing the quarterback position, and now they keep talking about they can't. It's no good if they can't just stand in the pocket. Well, you
Understand.
guys don't understand. That's what you've been saying. You gotta get somebody know how to coach these guys. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean you
why do I
gotta
have a
get
guy who can run a 4.3 and I'm telling him he's no good unless he stands in the pocket? I
yeah.
get it. He has to have the ability to. I get that.
Yeah, but that's what they were able to tell these quarterbacks for all these years. I mean, I know y'all dislike my like for Vince Evans, but damn it, if he would have if he would have had Andy Reid out there coaching him for the Chicago Bears, and Andy, you got Vince Evans, Walter Payton, they would have went out and found a damn receiver.
Big up to Vince Evans. He's a masterful businessman. He's one of the
Yeah,
richest former athletes. Yeah, he's got real
yeah.
estate in California, up and down the coast.
God bless.
Big
So,
ups.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
While
yeah.
they was trying to run him in the ground, whatever,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
investing that money.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Go out there and then buy that.
Uh,
Yeah, they don't want to live in those areas by the water. Take,
no, but I see your point. Uh, it's always about that. They kind of tried that with Randall Cunningham. And so here's the thing. Steve Young came in running around.
yeah,
Justin will slow down. He's doing what he has to do now to move the ball, to get first downs, to get those chains going. If you give him, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go to the combine, bro.
yeah.
Um, Caleb, he's not turning his medical history. He said he's only going to give it to certain teams. His
Fuck
mom's
yeah,
going to be his agent.
that's fine.
And he wants a piece of the team. I think they backed off of that,
Yeah,
but
that's not gonna happen. He's still colored. I don't give a damn how much he paints his damn nails. Yeah. Why don't you try throwing, completing a pass in the NFL before you start demanding all this shit? I know you're doing commercials.
well, here's the weird thing. He's saying, well, 32 teams, and I don't have a chance of going to 32 teams. First of all, one of those teams can move up. Happens
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
Team number 32 might take you
Yeah.
and give up their number one picks for the next 10 years. You never
Yeah.
know what the
Your
hell's going
draft
to.
your draft stock could plummet and you can be down at 15. That team don't want to take you because they didn't see your medical papers.
Right. They don't know what's up your bum or what the hell you
Yeah.
got going on.
Yeah, you can plummet.
Yeah, good to
But
know.
polls presser, I know you're a big polls guy, and as I am I. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
I listened a little bit. I didn't watch it.
Go ahead. I don't want to lead you in. Oh, you didn't watch it. You listen a
No,
little bit. All right.
no,
I don't
fishing.
know. I've queried different NFL fans, and I can't remember GMs coming out holding pressers.
Yeah, I think it's all a bunch of crap. It's all snake oil. But
And then he doesn't say the obvious. He doesn't say all these media pundits who are saying, we've made a decision to move Fields, shame on you. All of you guys that meet national media and all of y'all, shame on y'all, saying that we've made a decision and you guys have known, shame on you guys. You know what I'm saying? Right. He hasn't even done that.
well, until he proves differently, I'm going with polls and
Yeah.
whatever snake oil he's putting out there for the
Snake oil.
clowns. Yeah. And if they can believe whatever the hell they want to believe, that they put out every day that the Bears are guaranteed that they're
The
taking a
Bears.
quarterback, and they don't want any draft capital and all
Don't they?
that
Don't
all
they?
that all that crap he said. And when he came in here, like he's going to build a team through the
He did
draft.
say that. He did
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. But I don't see, you know, I
They're
don't know.
ignoring what he's saying too. It's
Yeah,
like even with the president came out and said, "Man, they love Fields. He's showing progress, and man,
yeah,
it takes time." That's what he said. These things
yeah.
take time. He said he was
Right.
there in KC.
Yeah, yeah. Mahomes was a generational talent, and he sat on the bench for you,
and he
Justin.
wasn't a number one overall pick.
Right?
They weren't calling Mahomes a generational talent when Mahomes
No,
came out.
no.
Now this guy's the next Pat Mahomes. Well, hell, Pat Mahomes wasn't the next Pat Mahomes according to you
Right,
guys.
right. Now he's going to be the greatest quarterback of all time, and you
He sat
some.
behind another stiff, didn't he? Standing there
Yeah,
processing.
I always like Alex Smith.
He was always getting hurt though, standing in that pocket.
Yeah, yeah. Standing in the
But
pocket.
I'm saying they try to say, being mobile leads more injuries. Man, these cats be getting hurt. And look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He was
Yeah.
using deer antler spray. Did you hear about that?
Nah, it
Yeah,
wasn't it,
he
okay?
tested positive for the Balco.
Uh,
Yeah, Garoppolo.
yeah,
Jimmy G.
yeah. Where the hell is he? He's in Vegas, right?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
think they cut him. I don't know where he's at. I don't even
yeah.
care.
Well,
But
if they
yeah,
caught
he
him,
got cut. He was like he had got cut or something. It was whoever he was with. They moved off of him, and then he tested positive for the juice. You know how they are when
yeah,
it's a contract year. They start
yeah,
juicing
they
up.
they start finding shit that you're doing. I
Yeah.
mean, they already know what's going on. They know the guy. They're paying the guy to sell you the juice to, you know, kill your
And it
contract.
boosts the league up if you got a guy like Shaq. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And he don't. And some of these guys they don't even know they're on juice.
No,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's
it's
just deer antler spray Shaq.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a candy bar.
Yeah. What's that you're spraying on my ice cream? Deer
It's
antler
candy.
spray.
That's candy.
But you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
organization, and then all of a sudden, when it comes out, everybody blames the athlete, and the organization
yeah,
was probably doing it the whole time.
yeah,
Because they feed
yeah.
them. We got our own nutritionists. We
Yeah,
do it all here.
we're gonna get you better. We got your own personal chef. Yeah, it doesn't taste right. We're gonna talk to the chef about that. But it's nutritious. It's gonna help your system and your body to become a better athlete.
But
Yeah,
what the media has done, Ace, is they've shaped the narrative around Pose's presser. Because I was watching it,
hmm
he never said he's moving off Justin or anything like that. But one thing, and I said it last year, Ace, he's got to come out there and say, until he's not, Justin Fields is my guy. He's got to say that, bro. He's got poor Justin over here unfollowing the Bears from the Instagram because of all this
yeah,
negativisms. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, before last year, I thought he might have had a extra conversation with Justin when they were dangling that number one pick to get the number one pick this year, and the situation that we're in now. I don't feel that way this year as them being having Justin on the same page with the team. But maybe that's just snake oil, like I said, and they want everybody to believe Justin's dangling out there. Definitely picking Caleb. Make Caleb the number one pick in y'all minds, and then for the draft we can dirt you.
Yeah. Nigga, you so brainwashed. I'm a victim, brother. Problem.
We can dirt you that big.
I'm a victim of
I
400
don't give
years of conditioning.
Shut up.
The man has programmed my conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Even my conditioning has been conditioned.
Drop the egg words. All right.
Yeah. Even if even you know he's going to sell that pick, you got to just keep dangling it and make that kid number one. Whoever wants to be number one, whoever wants that number one pick, and just
right. You've got to. If I'm gonna come out. You're my quarterback. Hey, Ace is great. You guys, this is our guy. No, we've got a Hall of Famer here. We're confident that now you're building up Ace because for his trade.
Yeah.
You're letting teams know, hey man, if we're gonna come after Ace, we're gonna have to come with something better than the third round draft pick. And then you gotta also, since you're hustling the draft, say, hey, this guy Caleb, hey, and he checks all our boxes.
All our charts.
Except for the fingernails and the crying in his mom's lap. You know what I mean?
And fingering the dog after the losses.
And wanting a percentage of Papa Bear Hallis's team.
Yeah. Well, we know that's not. We got a DI team in Chicago.
I saw Caleb interviewing, and he was interviewing with our media.
Was it scripted?
I don't want this to be bash Caleb because I love him. Either way, we're gonna, whatever happens.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid, but he shouldn't have shown up to the combine. You're not going to give your medicals. You're not going to perform, right? You want to interview with teams? We could do a Zoom
individually.
Yeah, what do they need to touch me? We can do a Zoom interview. What do they need to do? Measurements? Yeah. That's at the measurements. Come in for the measurements, and that's
but he didn't. Did he do that?
I mean, nobody.
Why go to the combine?
That's what I'm saying.
You're either number one to the number 3 pick. There's no reason to go there at all. Your salary.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No. If a team feels for whatever reason that they don't want to draft you at number 1,
then they can go get somebody else.
Yeah, and somebody get you a number 2 or number 3. But somebody's going to draft you the top 3 picks. You have nothing to gain at the combine, and you can come out with your statement like, yeah, I don't approve the damn combine of the the slave auction that we got going on for the NFL. And hey, if you want to be controversial, if you want to be Caleb number 1,
then be that. You're right, because I think that's what the issue is. He saw our show right here on Mouthpiece Included about the slave auction.
Him and his dad and his people.
Yeah. I really think so. And he don't want to say it.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody in his family didn't want him to go out there and get his thighs measured and his measurables, and you know what I mean? And he's
high jump and touch him in the bum and
making his medical information public.
Yeah, just for a slotted draft position that the money's already set. So there's no reason for me to come there and be part of this.
Now they want to find out
farce.
You had at Oklahoma, and you also had at USC, and now they want to ask questions about it.
Right. Was it consensual? Was it
female?
It's not. It's not no reason to know.
Was law enforcement involved?
Yeah. Did you? was there a criminal or just a civil case involved in this?
Yeah. All right, so bro, we'll get more into it. We got D's Louise stepping in.
In the building.
Rolled out of bed. Andy Reid, bro, his son,
What about it?
Well, we covered his son. You remember he had the DUI incident and hurt 2 girls. He hit a car that was changing the tire right outside the stadium.
He likes to drink.
Yeah, and 2 young girls went to the hospital. One of them still got irreparable brain damage, but they let him out.
Yeah.
He's on house arrest out there, and
they just won the championship.
yeah, I just feel like if that was what's the coach for Pittsburgh Steelers?
Pookie.
Yeah, if that was Ray
Pookie Tomlin.
Ray Tomlin.
Yeah.
If that was his son, Pookie Tomlin,
Yeah.
they'd be talking about it. Skip would be talking about it. Everybody be talking about it. But what up, Diesel, man? And speaking of Skip, man, your boy was talking about people, man, and then he got the DUI, man. What's his name? He used to play safety for San Fran.
Oh, you Sherman?
Corner.
Sherman.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman.
He be judging people on that show, and
Sherman.
he ain't been on the show since. Caught another DUI.
Yeah, that's his he keeps getting like
alcohol related issues.
Oh,
yeah.
He ain't done no whatever his sentence was the first time he got that. And remember, he was beating on his girlfriend.
Yeah, banging on the door and arguing with the cops.
He ain't had no anger management counseling or nothing like that because he's still getting down doing the same thing. So
he needs some medical marijuana in his body.
But yeah, man, Andy Reid, y'all got any comments? Well, first, Diesel, you popped up. Did you have any comments? Then we're gonna talk about the Andy Reid son, if he should have been released, or if he's still a menace to society.
Did y'all talk about the draft at all?
We didn't get there yet. Nah, save it. We're almost there. We dabbled at it, but yeah, that's the main topic. So you might as well save that, bro.
Okay. No.
Yeah. So y'all got anything to say about this? Andy Reid's son's out. He's on house arrest. He was initially, I think, he was supposed to have like 5 years, but they went on ahead and let him out.
What happened to the
issue is that the league ain't. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Because something happened to the people. Didn't he like have an accident or something?
Yeah. So they had a flat tire and they was on the side of the road. He comes speeding away from the stadium drunk. And 2 little girls got hurt. One of them like serious irreparable brain damage. Like she's messed up for life. Shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it wasn't his first like DUI at that time. Like, you know, and this guy works for the league. You know, he was working for the team. It's just funny how this is. And
he's coaching,
yeah. He done no jail time.
He did about what, a year? I think he did about a year.
Yeah, but his matching was getting long, so they had to put him back in there.
I remember the guy that played for the he was on the Patriots at the time. I forget his name. He was an average receiver. He was fast though out of college. I forget his name.
Was he some sort of color?
Yeah, he was a black guy.
Oh, Deontay.
He killed somebody in an accident in Florida, in Miami.
Yeah, nobody heard it. Think about that.
And he didn't. I don't even think he did jail time.
No,
he didn't. He paid like I think 600-some-thousand to the family or whatever. But he didn't do any.
But that was probably his first.
Might have been his first.
And that was Florida.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, Florida on brothers, they tough on brothers out there.
Yeah, they are. They got a weird. Florida's weird though.
Yeah, it ain't no cakewalk for brothers out there. But I'm pretty sure.
Nowhere in America.
Yeah.
What's his last name? Dante
Foreman?
Stallworth. That was his name. Dante Stallworth. Yeah. Played for the Patriots. Had an accident, killed somebody in Miami.
And they swept it under the rug.
I don't think they swept. I mean, it was publicized widely, but I don't think he did any real hard jail time. Yeah.
Yeah, but what about the dude in Vegas? I think he went to jail. He killed that lady. Doing like 120 in the Ferrari when they first got to Vegas. Yeah.
I think it was Ruggs or something.
Yeah.
Ruggs, I think his name.
He was a DP, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the situation, what happens. But if he hit them and they're on the side fixing a tire, and this is more than his first offense, hey, if he did a year in jail, okay, I get it.
Well, his lawyer said that he's already served more time than a typical person would have done with his record under the same situation, and that's why the judge, put him on house arrest.
There you go. I'm telling you, some of them people be getting off on that stuff. If they
Mhm.
got money, they get off.
You talking about
Mhm.
Andy Reid? Andy Reid's son?
Yeah, Andy Reid's son.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Any people that got
Right.
money,
If you
see
can get a
them
good enough
not.
lawyer, you said a
Yeah.
good, yeah.
They don't
we're
do a
gonna.
lot of jail time for accidents.
Well,
Yeah.
they put the whole. If you got enough money, they put the whole scenario together. You go into rehab, and you're going to be home. You're not going to be driving. They blow into
And,
the machine, and
and a
whatever.
DUI ain't an accident, bro. That's criminal negligence.
Yeah,
It's different. The accident is you're sober, you know,
yeah,
and you have an accident, and you kill somebody or whatever.
yeah.
But negligent homicide pretty much is how they kind of look at it. But he didn't kill nobody, but he might as well have. Like, this girl's
Yeah.
life, they
It's
like
over,
that.
basically.
Man, please. All right, but let's go ahead and jump on because there's comments about the draft and the thing. But did y'all see Stephen A. Smith's rant? Ace, he went on a rant on his channel about your boy Lonzo Ball.
Yeah,
Talking about, man, he should retire. I thought he had already retired. But
no.
so
He's coming
last
back
year,
next year. He's coming back for a new contract next year.
yeah, so I missed all this. After you went on, we've been talking about Ball should retire for 2 years. So last year, Stephen A said it, and Ball Ace went on Twitter, and he was talking about, because Stephen A was like, I heard my sources are telling me he can't even stand up out of a chair. Like when we was talking about he can't carry the line up, he said that he can't walk up the stairs. Bro, he did a Twitter where he showed himself sitting in a chair and getting up multiple times. But he was only using one leg.
NBA player. Retire, son.
He was only using one leg. Like he never, like whatever the hurt knee was, he never put any pressure on him. Like, bro, sit down.
Yeah.
You're gonna mess the other knee up.
You built the Bulls out of $80 million. Go ahead, live your life. God bless.
Yeah. Man, I told you they overpaid for the dude when they got him, man. And he was always hurt.
They said he still can't run.
I know he can't run.
He's a professional basketball player. He's a point guard. He can't run.
I told you that 3 years ago. He was damaged goods. Everybody,
don't
overpay
for him.
I knew he was
don't
damaged.
Overpay for him. Put something in his contract that's based on how many games he plays.
Well, they could have used the injury clause, but they said the Bulls didn't want to do it where it don't count against a salary cap. They didn't want to do it because they don't want potential free agents to. Man, y'all ain't getting no free agents that nobody care about anyway. So give it up. You know what I mean? If you happen to get one, you get it. But stop living your whole life for a potential free agent you're never gonna get.
Yeah, just hope Michael Jordan comes in the draft again.
Right.
Derrick Rose. Or
exactly.
Whatever shamrock you guys get up your ass every 20, 30 years and move on.
Yeah.
Hey, look. So I'm gonna just give y'all real quick for Dante Star Wars since I brought it up.
Yeah.
He hit a pedestrian driving his Bentley. 2005.
Bentley
killed him. He was drunk too. Drunk driving. Killed him.
Yeah, drunk driving in a Bentley.
He did a 30-day jail sentence
they
said because he struck up a deal because of his cooperation with prosecutors. He was facing 15 years in prison for the DUI manslaughter. Yeah. And then after he got let out of jail after 30 days, he served 2 years house arrest and spent 8 years on probation.
Oh, yeah. I could do that. Standing
up.
If you got money and you ain't in jail, yeah.
And he did a undisclosed financial settlement,
with
confidential settlement with the family. And the family, basically, they were siding with him saying, we just want to put this behind him. After you got that money, we just want to put this behind
they want to get that money as quick as possible. That's why they put it behind you. Yeah. And that guy, who knows? I mean, rest his soul. I mean, I don't know what the situation was. I know I'd be driving around LA and I'm like, man, I didn't even see you. It'd be some guy off drugs wearing all black, just walking in the middle of the street.
Middle of the fucking night wearing black and shit, just gallivanting across the damn street. I'll be pointing
like, man, I didn't even see you. It'd be raining or something. Yeah.
He was a 59-year-old construction worker. So he got off 30. Only did 30 days.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the probation because that's what Andy Reid's son is on too.
Yeah,
I think it was for the rest.
For like what, 10 years?
Yeah, for whatever the rest. Yeah, for whatever the rest of the time he would have had.
Yes.
All right, but yeah, so what we want to do, man, let's go ahead and jump on topic real quick so we can wrap this up. Quarterback. First, we want to do a quick quarterback evaluation grade, y'all. So we're doing Caleb and Justin. And these, I'm sure you've been hearing now all of a sudden, the Bears should take Jaden. All of a sudden, the Bears should take this other guy. All of a sudden, but if Caleb is generational talent, why would we even be considering it? Hold the answer to that. But let's just evaluate these players. Passing, flat out passing. You look at Caleb, and we're talking, and I want y'all to extrapolate 2 years from now. Passing. Who do you think will be the better passer, not this season, but next season, in the Bears system with the coordinator, Justin Fields or Caleb Williams? Passing.
Yeah, what's that question again? Say that one more time.
Who's the better passer in the 2 years? Who do you think will be the better passer as far as accuracy and things like that? We're not talking pocket presence, but just flat out passing between Justin Fields and Caleb.
Caleb.
So if you're rating 1 through 9 in passing, 9 being the highest in 2 years, I see Justin being 7.
Yeah.
And
7.
I can see Caleb being a 9.
Yeah. Right
Ace?
on point. That's exactly what I would say.
Ace?
Justin.
I mean, give us some numbers, Ace. We know you got the T-shirt and your big perk, and you think Justin Fields is LeBron James, and you think you're a big perk, and but give us some numbers, big perk. Rate Justin's passing, 9 being the best. 2 years from now, where you think it'll be if he had Marvin Harrison and line up around him.
Just running out there with Marvin Harrison and Saquon Barkley in the backfield, and they get him a left tackle and a center. Yeah, I'll put him at a 9.
Wow. And what would you put Caleb at with his nails and how he holds the football?
And it's cold out there. I give him
2 years.
7.
So he's got that opposite, Diesel. That's interesting. We're not going to call you a homer right here on international TV, but we're going to roll with it.
Well, right. I mean, I don't think he would want to be out there in December throwing the ball around.
Well, Justin said he don't like it. All right, but let's, all right, but
Justin played at Ohio State.
Nobody wants to be out there in December, but you still get up and you go to work.
He's just not accurate like that.
You still get up.
If you giving Justin Fields, he's not accurate like that.
He's not more accurate than Caleb, in my opinion. But let's move on. We've given our numbers.
Caleb hasn't thrown an NFL pass yet.
Right. Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You guys
don't.
All right, go ahead. You guys go back and forth about the passing.
Yeah. That if you want to go to the college offensive lines and be able to stand back there and just throw the ball to people that are wide open,
But Justin was accurate. Justin was accurate in
college. One receiver is like his whole college career. He had one receiver that made it to the NFL. Nobody else. Caleb Williams. He made them dudes look good.
Justin Fields ain't made
nobody look good. Yeah, Jerry Rice. Man, he wasn't doing nothing. Jerry Rice,
we should get him too.
Playing with him.
I want MJH and I want all the pedigree. All right, you guys, man. Let's just go to the chat real quick. NFL team. NFL also doing away with the running backs. Yeah, we covered that. DJ Creeper did a whole show on it a couple years ago. Business wise, they want fans and the pass deep and cool passes. No, they don't want to pay the coloreds the most money. The teams are told to pass by league standards. No more 1,500 yards for a running back. Creeper. Caleb can't demand stock from the Bears. He don't have that Manning name behind him. Generation of QBs. I bet Eli. He ain't white. All right. Keep it simple. They have to pay Fields $40 million. That's the league minimum. A starter who resign. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody keep talking about, Fields is going to get $50 and $60 million. If he's not what y'all are saying, then you don't pay him all that.
Yeah. Right. And why are you people concerned about what the hell the Bears are paying Justin Fields?
That's right.
Because it counts on their cap. And why you going to waste your money on somebody who ain't going to be better than what he is now?
I didn't hear
nothing. Let him walk. And you only got a certain amount of time to make
nobody said it about Daniel Jones.
I never heard all this fervor about Mike Glennon coming here and Mike Glennon stealing $18 million for the Bears. Nobody was upset about that.
All right.
We was talking about that then. We didn't care about no Mike Glennon.
You guys,
that was foolish on them.
This is great stuff, and we can debate ad nauseum. We got more stuff.
They got to make a decision.
Rushing.
They got to
Rushing.
make a decision on
Let's,
Fields by a certain date.
all right,
No, they don't.
All right,
Yes,
you
they
guys.
do.
All right,
If you want to give him the fifth-year option, you do.
All right, you guys,
No,
you're
they
getting ahead. You're getting ahead. All right.
Yeah.
Rushing. Who's the better running quarterback in 2 years? Rushing. Rated 1 through 9. Rushing ability as a
Fields.
QB.
Fields.
So what are you rating Fields as a running QB?
A 9.
In 2 years, you give him a 9. What would you give Caleb? What would you give? Caleb can run. Don't be acting like he ain't as fast.
I'll give him a 7. He's like Mahomes. Mahomes.
You know what? We're getting numbers here, and we can do some analytical data. And we should better do some analytical data.
I'll give him a 7 on the run. Fields is probably the best running in the NFL, but that's
in the history of the NFL.
No, currently.
No,
hey, well, I'm writing these numbers down. You know, he mentioned Vince Evans again. These are before you popped in. Yeah,
he's trying to hold.
Evans
and Fields send him chocolates every month, so he's always on there trying to cover for him.
Yeah, you're always covering for the Mike Glennons and the Gingers of the world out here.
You never heard me mention Mike Glennon. You brought him up. That means you must like him too.
He's a ginger.
Shit about Mike Glennon.
I don't think you.
And that other clown they had that was starting in front of Justin and.
Okay, here we go.
But
I'm gonna use this.
Vince Evans was ahead of his time, as well as Randall Cunningham. They even had the pocket passer and my man out of Houston, Warren Moon, and they still didn't like him because he was black.
But, so Diesel gave JF1. You said passing 7.
Yeah.
Caleb 9.
Can't see over the offensive line.
I gave JF in 2 years passing 7, and that was a conservative effort. I think it'll be higher than 7, probably closer to 8, but I'm gonna stay with 7.
All right.
Caleb, I did do Caleb passing 9. These Ace, you said JF passing in 2 years is a 9. Mm-hmm. And Caleb will be a what? I don't think we got that out of you. Where would Caleb's passing accuracy be in 2 years?
It'll still be a 7. You talking about in Chicago or any other?
In Chicago. Well, yeah.
He won't be in Chicago. So what are we talking?
Wherever he's at, give it a number.
Wherever he's at.
Trying to beat around the bush, give it a number. So you can stand.
He said 7. He said 7.
I said 7. You
hear Diesel demanding that you give a number.
Yeah, give a number.
When he comes in
he's
chicken and waffles.
If he's in Chicago, in Chicago, it's this.
Roscoe chicken and waffles. And I know why they sell waffles in LA too, because boy, they be waffling out here, boy.
Yeah.
I like them both. I mean, Kobe and LeBron, I like them both. They all should get statues. I mean, you know what I mean? All right, but all right, we did rushing. So rushing, Diesel, you gave JF1 what? 9. You did say 9. And you said Caleb, but what? 7?
Now, how many years though? You saying
2 years from now? So not this next season, not his rookie season. After 1 year, Caleb's been in the
okay. No, for Justin, put it at an 8 because he'll probably not be running as much. Yeah, put him at an 8 for Justin. Yeah.
And you keeping Caleb at a 7?
He'll slow down a little bit. Keep Caleb right there between 6 and a 7. Yeah, 7.
I'm going JF1 running 9 all day. Caleb, he got some swag in him.
He's a 9 right now. Fields is a 9 right now, but I don't think he'll be a 9 in 2 years.
8. All right, Ace. JF1's running ability in 2026.
With the rules changes they're going to make to better protect the quarterbacks this year, he's definitely going to be a 9.
All right. What about Caleb? Have you watched any Caleb tape, fella?
Yeah.
All right. And rushing, Caleb.
6.5.
It's close to Diesel's, so I can't trip on that.
Yeah.
All right. Pocket presence.
Yeah.
Pocket presence, you guys. I'll start with Ace. Pocket presence for JF1, Ace.
JF1, with the new coordinator and somebody knows offense in the NFL, I give him 8.
So 2 years he'll be able to sit in there and with the good line and everything, not having a fire drill. All right. What about Caleb? So now this will be his second season in the league. He could be Brock Purdy, or he could be that other guy that Carolina got.
I'll give him an 8.
All right. Diesel, pocket presence, JF1.
5.
2 years from now, bro?
Between a
Yes.
5 and a 6 at his best, but I'd say 5.5.
5.5?
Yeah, 5.5.
So you're saying he'll be out of the NFL?
No, I'm telling you what his pocket presence gonna be. 5.5.
Caleb.
Caleb will be 8.5. 8.5.
All right. JF1, I'm seeing progress. I'm going to put it at a 7. It's tough. I'm being hard on him, man, because all this ain't his fault. I'm going to put it at a 7. There's times when I'm like, come on, man, like you should be pump faking by now. You should be showing the boss a lot of stuff, and you should be standing in, feeling certain things in here and there. But he does it.
Man. They fired all those guys.
He doesn't do it consistent enough, Ace. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
He's young. He's getting better.
Yeah, they got to coach that out of him, and they fired all those guys.
Caleb, I hate to say it, I'm going to give him a 9. He likes to leave the pocket, but I've saw him standing there and, you know what I mean, what I'm looking for out there. Intelligence. There's one Hugo likes a lot. We're talking about intelligence, processing, ability to process information, pass the French lick test that they give him at the combine. Yeah. All right. I'll start with Diesel. Intelligence in 2 years as far as knowledge of the playbook, knowledge of the NFL, reading defenses, adjusting on the fly, intelligence.
Which
Fields.
one? Fields? 6.5.
He's autistic, according to you. That's got to make him smart.
He's on spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why he don't process it like we see. You see, yeah, so 6.5, like where he's at now.
He gave this guy 6.5 for intelligence.
Hold
on, he's talking about intelligence. How about Caleb? Intelligence. They took this off of the games because they deemed it DEI racist.
For Caleb, I'll give him an 8. An 8. He's got freelancing habits, so he's got to tone that down. He can see it. A lot
of stuff you be talking about you don't like about Fields, I see in Caleb. He
likes the freelance, but he can he gets away with it more because he can put the ball there.
Yeah, he's in college.
I'll give him an 8.
All right, Ace. Intelligence. I'll start with Caleb for you. Intelligence, smarts.
I'll give him a 7.5.
All right, JF1.
8.
All right. All right. You guys are hard on the Pookies and Ray Ray.
I like Caleb, but this is the NFL. He's got to learn this stuff.
Yeah, but that's why I said
2 years.
Yeah, it's not his rookie year.
Yeah, 2 years. You talking about his rookie year? He's holding a damn clipboard. But if he comes to Chicago, he's playing, and they're beating the shit out of him every damn week. And he's trying to figure out what's going on by the time his second year comes.
Well, JF1 was smart. He did good on the SATs and the ACTs.
He's book smart. He's book
You
ain't never heard me call him dumb. I said
he knows how to handle the smug media.
He's book smart, but that don't equate to what you're doing as far as reading the Ds and defenses and stuff.
Yeah, nobody blocking and motherfucker hiking the ball. Next thing you know, there's a defensive.
Put a big asterisk by Ace. Everything with Fields is excuse. Hashtag
There's no excuse. It's the truth.
Excuses.
We got a left
excuses for everything.
That wouldn't be starting
except they don't give everybody else who got all these issues in the NFL excuses.
We got a running back.
They say, he messed up. He can't do this. He can't do that. Ace got excuses for Fields forever. The same way he got excuses for Vince Evans. He still got excuses for Vince Evans.
All right, intelligence. I'm going with JF1 8.0, Caleb 8.5. I'm in on intelligence. Athleticism. Now you got to take into account stature. The guy who walks in the room, you're like, oh yeah, he's an athlete. And another guy who walks in there and his nails are painted, you're like, oh yeah, he probably plays the guitar. You know what I mean? So
JF1, I give him a 9, and Caleb, I give him a 7.5 for athleticism.
came out there quick. I ain't even ask him. JF1, he gave him a 9, and Caleb got a what?
7.5.
7.5. Diesel, athleticism, 6'2", 6'3", JF1. He's got weight. He runs over safeties in the NFL, you know, scores, hurts the safety after scoring touchdowns. He's got a decent arm, runs a 4.3, 40. Athleticism, JF1, Diesel. Where are you going with?
8. Give me 8. It's like one of them damn like a trying to think what type of
like
animal he
like
would be on the
like a
Sahara or
retarded
something.
gazelle.
More like a fast bison or musk oxen or something. he's like, but he don't always do the smart thing. He wants
Who
to
would you rather have, bro? Justin Fields or the guy that wears the funny hats now? Has got his own podcast. Played for Carolina.
Cam
Newton.
Cam Newton. Yeah.
Now you saying what, back in his prime?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking Cam. Cam, man, he was slim. Hey, they have a lot of similarities, but Cam was he was a beast at his time, man. He was a beast.
Caleb, athleticism, Diesel.
I give him a 7.
Okay, so I'm at a 7 for Caleb. I'm at a 9 for JF1 on athleticism. There's no way around that. Leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership. That's tough to rate, Caleb, because it's tough, but we're going to do our best. I'll start. Leadership, JF1. He's been, you know a leader when they're on a sinking ship, when things are going bad. He's carried himself with nothing but class, dignity, put the work and the effort in. I'm going to give him a 9. All the players say the same. Caleb, I've seen him crying. I've seen him, whining about this, that, and the other.
We're talking 2 years from now.
We are talking 2 years from now. Good point. We are talking 2 years. I'll give 7.5, man. 2 years from now, I'll give him 7.5. And y'all got to realize when you talk about age, a lot of these guys are about the same age. Just because one's coming out of college and the other one's been in the league 3 years, I don't, you know what I mean? JF1 is young to have this type of tutelage up under him. All right, Ace, let me hear from you. Leadership, we'll start with Caleb 2 years from now. Good point. 2 years from now.
In Chicago, 7.
Anywhere. We'll say anywhere. 7?
7, yeah.
JF1?
He's a 9. He commands the room. Any quarterback room he's in.
Let me look at his JF1's ratings. Ace has rated JF1 a 9 and everything except for 2 categories so far. All right. And those are 8s. I'm sure he wants to go up to 8.5s because I don't think he knew we were doing the 0.5 systems at that point. Yeah. All right. Leadership. Diesel, we'll start with Caleb. He's a generational talent. You love him.
7.5.
Yeah, that's why I had him. 7.5. So that'd be 2 years from now. All right. And then JF1, leadership.
6. 6 easy.
Okay. 6. You know what? I'm going to lower JF1's leadership here too. He's got room for improvement. I'm going to give him
improvement. Room for a lot.
No, I'm going to give him an 8. There's times, Ace, where I've talked to you about it. I'd like to see him grab some of those players by the face mask in that huddle and spit on them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And come out there and not throw himself under the bus all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes
lead them down the field when it matters and score some points, man.
He'll learn that.
But he has done that. Yeah. And they said in the huddles he does lead them. And when they're listen, people keep talking about this, man. They be on the last drives and then it's false start. And then it's 2nd and 10. Every time.
And the leader gonna get them in gonna get them straight. The leader gonna be yelling at them in the huddle. What the fuck
I
you doing?
Agree. Well,
Stop doing that shit.
Well, that's why I lowered him a point. But that's old school leadership. This today's
that's
leadership.
New school
everybody
too. It depends on
everybody gets a trophy. You can't talk to these kids like that.
It depends on who the quarterback is.
Come on, man.
LeBron
LeBron
your
James
team,
does not fire his team up that way, and he's the GOAT.
He's worried about himself. He's worried about himself. But if you command respect from your players and they're gonna respect you, you can get to them and tell them that stuff, and they're gonna respect you back and take heed to what you're saying.
But should he be hollering at bums? Go ahead, Ace. Who he knows are outmatched because the team has talked to him behind closed doors and said you're playing with a bunch of bums right now and just stay the course and we got your back. But now we're gonna go out and draft Caleb.
I don't think they believe in him, the team, when they're on the field in situations that really matter for the game. I don't think they believe that he can take them down.
The players have all said they believe.
They saying that, bro. They
saying
that.
Taking a step to say that. People saying they said that people saying things like what you're saying. They're saying that that's the only reason they came out and started defending him because people were saying what you're saying, trying to allege that the players don't believe in his leadership, and they said that is the last thing farthest from the truth.
To me, they don't. Do you think that he's telling players in that huddle when they out there going through them drives like, hey, man, you got to do this. Hey, do this.
I saw him start doing it towards the I did start seeing him do it towards the end of the season. He was snapping on the center. You saw it. You can't say he doesn't do things, but then say you don't see it.
No, I don't be seeing him like that, bro. You talking about one little instance in all these games, all these drives.
Talking about improvement.
You're saying by the end of the year that he know this bum who hasn't made a play all damn seasons is going to go out there and
they can look at him and say, "You got this bum back here playing quarterback, acting like he's a running back."
Come on, man.
Well, that's the problem. You think he's a bum. So if you think
I ain't saying he's a bum, I ain't say he's a bum. I said, but the way he calling the other players bums, who's to say they can't look at him and say, "This bum couldn't throw the ball to a wide open receiver"?
A guy that can make a play. He's throwing the ball to wide open receivers, and they drop the damn ball.
And they ain't catch it either because
we're gonna have to wrap up here in like 15 minutes. So come 10 minutes. All right, toughness, y'all. Toughness. Diesel, JF1, toughness. Who you want to walk down the alley in Chicago with?
Either one of these guys. I mean, one's got a flower shirt, and one's got a fingernail polish on. I mean,
they both getting sixes. I don't think either one of them is tough. They tough in their own.
All right, but you guys can't hold that against what they're doing on the field.
They tough in their own worlds, man. I mean, Caleb, we got
Walter Payton to come out there with curling his hair, rest up. Walter Payton talking sweet and bust your butt on that field. That's all I'm saying, bro. You can't hold how they dress. But
that's
toughness.
Tough. He playing the game.
Walking paper.
Man, getting hurt, never really showing it. That's toughness, man.
JF1 has played with broken ribs and stuff. That's what I'm saying.
But JF1 be getting hurt every year too.
Yeah, so does everybody.
Missing.
What was your rating? What was your rating for toughness on JF1? Diesel?
I gave both of them sixes. Him and Caleb, because they probably tough in their own worlds. It ain't equating to what we consider toughness out there.
All right, Ace, toughness, JF1.
Well, I'm doing the rating now. I'll give JF1 an 8. Toughness. I'll give the fingernail kid 6.5. Until you know what, Mercer, you can move Fields up to 6.5 because he taking a lot of hits that the refs don't call. So
he gets up
and bump him up a half for me. Because I just thought about that. He do take a lot of hits and they never call.
Toughness, JF1, 9. Caleb in 2 years, I don't know. It's hard to read. Generational talent. I haven't seen him take the explosive hit. So
5'11".
Yes. 7.
5'11", 190 pounds.
All right. 6.5. 6.5. That's what I'm giving to him. But he won't be that size in 2 years. So you got to kind of
5'11", 195 pounds.
But they say he's stocky down there, kind of like JF the Hurts, kind of like Hurts. They say, he's stocky.
Yeah, they mess around and get him some damn blocking, and maybe he can throw the ball in the NFL.
Well, you guys go ahead and debate. I'm gonna see who tallied the most points. Well, I'll tally it and give them the points next week. We're gonna tally it up, you guys, and we're gonna let you guys know which quarterback is rating better and potentially
JF1.
what the Bears should do. Now, Marvin Harrison Jr., what's your take? Now, I said Diesel last season, and Ace, you heard me. I said I'm okay with moving down and doing this, that, and the third, although I did want my man, who the 3 tech. But I said this year we got to stop that nonsense and getting these watered down players. You know, this guy, if he can just, and look at this guy. Oh, we're surprised he was drafted so low. Look what Poles did. I don't want that. I want bona fide Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? With this kind of draft capital. So Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm willing to move down to number 2.
All right.
Possibly 3. Okay. I'm sure those other 2 teams wouldn't move, and I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. I believe this guy will be the 3rd best wide receiver in the history of the game, and that's a generational talent, huh, Ace?
Yeah, that's generational.
Because for Caleb to be a generational talent, that would mean that Patty Mahomes is not in this generation, right?
Yeah, we know Patty Mahomes is the GOAT of this generation.
Well, he's the generational talent, correct? So I just don't know what they mean by this. You remember Harold Miner was the future baby Jordan. Remember, he was generational.
Yeah, Cade McNow was a generational talent.
Cade McNow.
Yeah.
No,
but what's y'all take on Marvin Harrison? Are you guys?
Go ahead. What you were saying?
No, what's your take on Marvin Harrison? Are you as hot on him as I am? I mean, I think the Bears should take him. Period. Point blank. I'd rather have him over Caleb. Is what I'm saying.
No, because here's my thing. And it kind of reflects to Jaden Daniels. If you remember a couple of years ago when I mentioned, and I was telling you guys, like, man, there's a lot of different quarterbacks. Black
you couldn't think of his name. Yeah, I remember you telling me. Yeah.
And I said, I don't know if a lot of them are coming out at that time or
you did.
Or waiting.
You did.
He was one of the guys that I was watching. He was at Arizona State, though. I think Herm Edwards might have been the coach. When I seen him his freshman year.
He was.
Yeah. And I was watching him. He was putting in work. And then, lo and behold, hadn't paid too much attention to LSU this year. But then it's like, damn, that's that dude who was on Arizona State. I was like, oh, shit, damn.
There he is. Right.
Yeah. Throwing the guys wide open.
I love that kid, though.
This goes to whatever Poles thinks is his guy. Okay, as far as a quarterback. So if Poles said
whoever he gets is the Bears guy. In other words, he said he doesn't have a guy. So he said that Justin Fields right now is his guy. But go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
So he's phrasing it that way, but I'm saying in terms of who he decides to draft. So if he drafts Caleb, you take him at 1, right? But let's say he says Jaden Daniels is the Bears guy, right? You could trade the 1, but you can only go to 2.
Yeah.
You can't go further back because you don't know what the team would have 2.
The Patriots, they said the Patriots like Marvin Harrison Jr. a lot. So you gotta be careful.
But you just don't know what they would do. So if I'm Poles and you like Jaden Daniels, I'll trade down to 2. And you may like Caleb Williams a little bit below him, whoever. But if you like him and he's your guy, you don't have to take him at 1. You can trade 1, move to 2, get an extra first-round pick for whenever, and probably another later round pick.
How's this gonna get you Marvin Harrison Jr.?
You're not getting him. You can't get him.
Right.
I'm saying you got to take a QB with 1.
So you'd rather have any one of those QBs over Marvin Harrison Jr., the best player in this draft?
Only because of the situation. The situation is they're not going to keep Fields, and you're not going to pay him the 5th-year option.
What do you mean they're not going to? What? That's not the situation. You can't assume that.
Listen, you guys are saying what you would do, right?
Correct.
Or what you want them to do.
Correct.
I'm telling you what I would do or what I want them to do.
It's never worked. It's never worked with the rookie quarterback. I think with Russell, with all this, get up out there and reset the clock. It doesn't work. It's only worked like twice.
Listen, you can move now. If you remember, you can move to 2. Take Jaden Daniels. We ain't got to start this year.
I don't want Jaden Daniels.
You can. I'm saying what I would do.
No, that's true. No, you're right. So you can hold him in the back, let him get stronger.
You can let Fields play, and he's gonna be a free agent after this. Let Fields play his contract out the last. He's gonna be a free agent. No, he wouldn't get the last 2 because you got to sign the 5th-year option. This year, no. I'm saying you don't.
You won't sign it. I got you.
No.
Right.
You let him play
$25 million
because he's gonna be.
You sign that.
No, he's gonna be disgruntled already.
Why? Because he's getting $30 million for the next 2 years.
Listen, he's going to be disgruntled because you got this guy who's basically going to replace him. And where you draft him
How
at,
do you know that?
that's when you draft that high, they got to replace you. Usually they start when you draft that high. I'm saying I wouldn't mind
San
if they
Fran
kept
didn't.
him. If they kept him for another year, you don't have to keep him. You can trade his ass too. So either way, I'm cool with trading him on draft, before draft day or on draft day, or you keep the two for whatever you get for him. You the one stuck on him, holding his nuts like a vice grip. I don't like him like that. So I'm trading.
What are you trading him for? He's a starting quarterback in NFL.
Man, you get a 2, a late round 1, whatever the
you
best.
Already got
whatever we don't got a 2. Whatever the best you can get for Fields, get it for him.
We can trade our 1 and get a 2 and a 1.
No. We're not doing all that. The only place you're going, you either drafting number 1.
So you want to lose next year.
Or you going to number 2. You're going to lose with Fields any fucking way. What are you talking about?
All right, so let me ask you guys this.
You the one talking about they're going 13-4. 13.
Well,
what did you say? 13? Yeah, 13-4.
That's why they fired the offensive coordinator.
They
fired everybody.
Yeah,
they fired everybody in offense. Well, let me do this because I said 9-7, 9-8 or 10-7, and they could have done that if it wasn't for that porous defense and record-blowing leads in the fourth quarter. So they were flirting with that. Like, people acting like the Bears didn't do nothing, like Fields and the team didn't do nothing. They could have easily been in the playoffs. It didn't happen. So now you add, I'm giving some scenarios. Scenario 1 is you trade down to number 2. You pick up a little draft capital, maybe an extra second-round pick and, a first-round pick 2-3 years down the road, and you come back. So the first scenario is you have Justin Fields with Marvin Harrison Jr. You shore up that offensive line. You mess around and take Brock Powers with that 9, or you trade down. Now you got Brock Powers, Marvin Harrison Jr., and DJ2. You got a shored-up offensive line. This is the option that I don't think everybody's looking at when they say, oh, just get Caleb. He's a generational player. But yet all the national pundits are saying we should take Jaden Daniels. So what do y'all think about that scenario?
Yeah, I'm definitely go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I said how I feel. If you taking Caleb, take him 1. If you're going to take Jaden Daniels, you move down to 2, take Jaden Daniels. Brock Powers, I don't want. He was getting hurt too much in Georgia for me. And you got Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet quietly, like I said, I didn't realize how many catches he had, but he had a lot of fucking catches last year. So you don't really need a Brock Powers.
Well, they like the new offensive coordinator loves a 2 tight end system, like the way the Patriots ran when they had those 2 tight ends before the one committed the murder. So this
Hernandez
might work.
And Grunt, yeah. Well, if he likes 2, then I guess, but I think that's still too high to be taking a tight end.
As I said, you trade down from 9. You trade down from the 9th spot, and you take them maybe around.
No, I wouldn't trade down because I'm still looking at them the defensive lineman, the one to put on the opposite side of Sweat.
All right, but hold on. Well, let me have Ace comment on that first scenario, and then we're going to get to your scenario.
I'm trading down. Anybody can have Caleb Williams if they want him. We can get Marvin Harrison.
Are you going to send him a 10-year supply of the fingernail polish he likes?
I don't care where he gets it from.
Yeah, right.
But we're gonna get Marvin Harrison at the 2.
Junior.
Junior. And at the 9, we still got an optional offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
If one of those tackles fall to 9, we're taking one of those tackles, or we can trade down and pick up another couple of damn picks.
So when you take one of those tackles, you're coming back with full competition? Best player goes, or you're going with you're staying with the guy from Utah State that you got over there on the left side?
Who?
Braxton Jones, whatever the hell his name is.
No, we're not.
Left tackle.
Hey, the best tackle wins. Whoever wins the position, you're going to go out there and start for us. Or, if you want to put Braxton Jones out there, you had his left tackle back there learning the position. Depth. Yeah.
Because that was our problem. When our players got hurt, the line was messed up. And we need a center, too. And we need a center. And that's where this capital will help. Yeah.
Yeah, if we get that second round pick, we can pick up a damn center. Now you're looking at a left tackle, center, and a generational talent at wide receiver. And you
Yep.
can still pick up one of these guys at a quarterback in the second or third or fourth round if that's what you need.
Man,
If you
Diesel
want-
mess around, trade a third round pick, bring Saquon in here because the Giants
Yeah.
don't want to pay him, and the
No.
Giants want a quarterback. We might be able to work out something with the Giants, bro.
and
No,
we
you
got
don't want that because there's too many. The way that they devalue running backs, you could draft a running back. They got a bunch of good ones. And
Yeah, but
you
they
don't
keep
gotta
saying that you can't just draft for
you can't-
Saquon Barkley, man.
Yeah.
No, but you ain't gonna have to. It's money involved, bro. You
Bro,
ain't
we
gonna have to
drafted
pay
two
them.
running backs, and you see them missing blocks and can't
But
block
then-
the defensive end.
But look who they drafted. That comes to who you picking.
Okay, how
see what I'm
draft
saying?
them?
You gotta pick
All right.
some
Yeah,
better,
that's true.
talented
That's
players.
true.
and you ain't gonna have to pay
you got to
them.
draft them at a higher spot, second
Yeah.
round maybe. Yeah,
Second to
yeah, third,
early
even.
third,
Yeah.
early third.
Yeah.
You can't be waiting
Yeah.
to the fifth and sixth
Yeah.
round thinking you
Yeah.
gonna get super
Okay.
quiet. You can, but your scouting got to be on point. You got to really know what you're doing, getting one of the running backs and get me a fucking running
But see,
back with some
I haven't
speed,
devalued
man.
the running back. Look what San Fran did, Ace, when they got that
Christian.
McCaffrey. Everybody knows that it was McCaffrey that made the difference on that team. This is the type of talent Saquon Barkley is. He's just not white.
Look at the dude the Detroit draft. That
Look
motherfucking
at
Gibbs. Gibbs is a beast. You pair him with Montgomery. Oh my God. Gibbs
well,
is super
look at
fast.
Montgomery.
Yeah. Pair him with Montgomery. Look what
Yeah.
they're doing. And
We
he
let
pressed.
Montgomery go.
Yeah, we let him go. We
Yeah,
devalued him.
they shouldn't have let him go.
We
'Cause
devalued him.
I'm not
We
sure.
said we can just draft that, and we brought in
We
the
couldn't.
rookies.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I'm
couldn't.
saying. But
Yeah,
to
but
your
it was-
point,
it was-
I do
it
agree
was-
with you though. Put some draft capital in it, but we
Yeah.
never have a second. We never have a third. You know, like, and that's
Yeah.
that's what this type of trade could do. It can, you know, we still like recovering from the Ryan Pace era.
Yeah,
to an
we still
extent.
the Khalil Mack trade.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert is a good backup running back.
He
He's a
is.
good-
He's a
he's
good
a good-
backup.
he's the good relief.
He's
When
a
him
serviceable backup.
Him and
Not for me. Like
what's
give it
old
up.
boy?
Roshan.
No, what's the
Roshan.
dude that we lost? No, this was Detroit.
Montgomery.
We just talked Montgomery. When him and Montgomery was the one and he was the two, it was perfect. It was
And
perfect, man.
Montgomery was a veteran, and Montgomery knew how to block. He knew
Yeah.
what was going on, and he could help Fields, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
was
And
perfect.
so now Saquon gives the defense a whole nother dimension they got to worry about. So here's the thing: everybody's saying if Fields goes to Atlanta, how it'd be great because you got that Bijan Robinson, you got them players on the outside,
And
you'll
the
have
other
Fields.
running back, Algiers. They got
And you'll have Fields. So why can't we have that? Why can't we have Marvin Harrison Jr. on one side, DJ Moore on the other side, Barkley,
Mooney.
yes, and Fields, yeah, Mooney running little scat packages because that's what he is. He's a scat package guy.
He's a scat back.
No, Mooney
Yeah.
has to go. He needs to go. You gotta you pick up another slot or something in the draft. But he's not even a thought.
You say
thought
especially
process.
since you're doing a new offense, huh? It ain't
Yeah,
like
he's
he
gotta
can
go.
teach nobody nothing. I mean, there's a point.
If Fields, I'll put it to you this way: if he was more accurate and threw the ball more often,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'd be all for getting Harrison with him.
And building
But because-
around. Yeah.
But because he's not,
Yeah.
man, you ain't gonna have him too, and you can't get to throwing him the ball like
Man, you
that.
don't remember
Yeah.
that Denver game, man? How Fields was throwing that ball around?
But it's
there?
like it's once every blue moon, bro.
You-
It's
you
That's
like-
wanna-
because the team is a once every blue moon type of team. The line comes together once every blue moon. The players catch the
Draft
ball.
for those players.
Yeah.
You want to bring Caleb Williams in so he can throw the ball to Equanimous St. Brown and whatever that other bum they left go.
Tyler Scott.
Yeah, Tyler. I mean, these guys got to develop. These are first year
Yeah.
players. St. Brown
He
is what he is.
He ain't
Mooney
trying to
is
throw
what
the
he
he ain't
is.
trying to throw the ball like that, bro. He just not no.
I'm
Uh-uh.
talking about the guy.
Listen, if
I'm
he
talking about the
did,
guy you bringing in at number one. Who the hell is he throwing the ball
well,
to?
Diesel, give us your scenario because your scenario has to involve trading Fields. And now you got more draft cap.
Fields is gone. Fields is gone.
So give me your
he's-
lineup your next season. Caleb is the quarterback.
I'll tell y'all now. If I'm loving Caleb, I'm taking him one. If I'm loving Jaden Daniels,
What are you loving? You told this guy to get off the fence earlier.
I'm
Make a
telling
pick.
you right now, it's one of them two. It's either
That's
Caleb or
not a
Jaden.
commitment.
No,
You
I'm
can't-
saying
you
what
can't draft
polls.
one of those
I'm
two.
telling you what polls should do, depending
No,
on which
tell us
quarterback
what
he
you're
loves.
doing.
Yeah, I'm asking you what you would do.
If it's me, I'm taking Caleb because I hadn't seen enough of Jaden Daniels at LSU. I didn't even
Gotcha.
realize that he had.
So if it's you right now, Caleb's is the quarterback.
Yes,
And then who are you drafting with the 9 then?
one of the ends to go opposite of Montez Sweat. I'm taking either the dude from Penn State or that dude from UCLA.
So you're assuming you get a 2 because they say Washington's interested in giving the 2 back.
You get a 2 and a later round pick. So
For
you
Fields.
Get a 2.
Yes. You get a 2 and a late. If you got a late round 1, that's all you're gonna get.
All right. So you bring him fit. What are you planning on doing with that 2?
With that 2, if we need a center, I'm either getting a center.
We need a center.
Okay, so it'll be the center or the left tackle. One of those two.
Something
positions.
to shore up the offensive line with the 2.
Yes. Because you're taking the quarterback, right? Who's gonna be passing more.
Right.
So yeah, it's either gonna be the center or the left tackle.
Okay, now here's one pushback I'll give before I throw it to Ace. Everybody talk about this rookie resetting this rookie pay clock. So you got to remember everybody else is on the pay clock too. So now you're paying Ace, I'm paying you. You may not be a rookie, you're a corner, you're a safety, you're this. We're paying all you guys, all you rookies, and you guys are going to mature as well. So now waiting for Caleb, assuming Caleb don't come in like what was the dude for Houston, assuming you don't have that type of immediate success, which is a home run, which you have to really just be lucky. That's like a hole in one. So like assuming you don't hit that hole in one, you got to wait a year. And now those other players' contracts are maturing and they're getting older. I just think the timing for how Poles was setting this up with the age of the players he's been bringing in for free agency, it's all been around Justin Fields' clock. But I'm going to throw it to you, Diesel. That's my only concern. Ace, that's my only concern, Diesel, with starting a rookie, because some of those veterans, the whole reason they saying, man, keep it, because they don't want to have to wait on the potential for this guy. They have to go through all this guy, learning the rookie stuff, the bags, carrying the bags and stuff. But go ahead, Ace.
I mean, even in the case of they saying, he should have got Stroud last year, and Young went number 1 and Stroud went number 2. Stroud took the team to the playoffs, but you're still looking at coming back this year and offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, game planning for Stroud. So he might have a step back this year. You're looking 2-3 years before maybe they can make it to the playoffs again, or they can be effective as an offense again in this league. So,
man, they can game plan all they want. That motherfucker do for over 4,000 as a rookie.
I understand, but he's going to lose some players.
And most of his receivers was rookies. Most of them was rookies.
Yeah, okay.
He did all of that with new stuff. So
if they get Saquon Barkley and Marvin Harrison Jr., bro, we'll play for the Super Bowl next year. NFC Championship minimum. With Fields, Marvin Harrison Jr., Saquon Barkley back there.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
14-2.
Yep. Well, they got 17 games. So you're talking 14-3, Ace, or 15-2 even, huh?
Yeah.
If they do what I'm asking, I'm not going to go as far as Ace, but I'm talking 12-5, Diesel.
Yeah, I mean,
Saquon would be hungry. Man, go ahead. My fault, Ace. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely a playoff run.
Now, listen to this. I think either way, whether you got, let's say that we have Fields next year, right?
The
way the division is, whether we have Fields or the rookie, I think we got a chance to compete to win the division. Yeah. Either way, because our defense is solid. We got a solid defense. It lets up for some of the things that you might be deficient on with offense. Just like we could have easily won 3 of them games this past year that would have put us right there to possibly win the division, right?
Okay.
If we look at but because our defense our defense in those games kind of blew leads. But then you can also say, man, our offense couldn't get us a fucking first down or a field goal in the fourth quarter to put us over the hump. But the defense,
they had nobody to throw the ball to.
Right, and they couldn't
nobody to run the ball.
They had nobody who could throw the ball, and they had no quarterback who liked to run, who couldn't run and get a first down when you needed it. But the defense,
they told them to stay in the pocket.
The defense he did that shit on his own. He's like one of them dumb gazelles staring at the fucking water. And
No,
it's a
he's
crockett.
listening to the play calling of his offensive coordinator that got fired, and the quarterback coach that got fired. Everybody got fired.
Tighten that
All right,
vice grip on them nuts, man.
All right, Ace, Diesel, you guys are great, but I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Yeah.
This is more for Diesel. All right. Okay, so I've been like, I'm a Fields guy. I want Fields. We win either way is how I feel, but I feel like there's a loss somewhat by moving off of Fields. Is a bigger potential loss. However, I do say this though, Diesel. If you go the route that me and Ace are suggesting, meaning trade off of this so-called generational pick that now all the pundits, the same one who called him the best thing since sliced bread and the wheel, are now saying we should be drafting Jaden Daniels. You even suggested it moments ago. This guy's generational, but yet there's another guy who we should consider. If we trade down and pick up another pick for next year, like we got this pick this year, if Fields is not your guy after this season, right, guess what? You'll have the draft capital in place to go ahead and then now move up if you have to, or just draft a quarterback. Let Fields play out that last option year, right? Let him play out that last year, and you develop your quarterback. That's all I'm saying, Ace. Like, what's the fire drill? Why is it a fire drill? That's all I'm saying. We got cap space.
He's not drop dead gorgeous, and then you're looking at
day and age. They don't.
Wait, what are you saying, Ace? He's not white. He's not white.
Yeah, and you don't want 2 number 1 draft picks the following year again. I mean, I don't know, what do y'all think the Bears are building? They're building a team based off the draft. You got 2 number 1 picks this year.
Hey, that's what the president keeps saying, Diesel and Poles. Go ahead, Ace. That's what they keep saying. He said it from jump. He's been consistent.
Yeah, you keep building drafts. You have 2 number 1 picks for the last 3 drafts. Come on, man.
That's how the Cubs did it. And you can't figure it out, Diesel, because you're a Southsider. You like to go to that shithole stadium, you know what I mean, and get free tickets in the parking lot because nobody wants to even go to the damn game.
Look, if you pose, right, you keep now, again, if you don't take a quarterback in this first round, right,
that's what they said.
Any of those quarterbacks pan out like how C.J. Stroud did, right?
They wanted to take Stroud.
If any of them quarterbacks,
finish. Yeah.
If
you're saying if one of them go off to just shine, right?
To shine, right? Immediately, right?
And Fields is a bum.
And Fields does like what he's been doing, average to slightly above.
Right.
His job is gone. He knows that. He knows that, but you just can't cut because that means that you didn't scout right.
They keep saying his job
that
is
means
gone.
that you didn't scout right.
But he don't have a pink boss. So that's how pink people be talking like, yeah, and he's got to worry about his job. Everybody who gets up every day has got to do their job. You got to do their job. You can get fired if you do your job well.
Here's what you got. If it was a regular team, cool. We talking about the Bears who ain't had a quarterback in years. Right. So if you
let's keep it 100. You're saying if Caleb ends up being Aaron Rodgers,
let's say
Aaron Rodgers, and you didn't get him,
Jaden Daniels or May. If any of them end up being superstar quarterbacks
after you missed out on C.J. Stroud,
right, and that's 2 years in a row that you had the first pick in the draft and didn't get a quarterback. You stuck with Fields,
but you guys are saying that Fields is you're saying and Fields is average and still rushing for 800 yards and all of that. I don't think he loses his job. Go ahead, Ace. Yeah, if they're winning games, I don't think.
You can put 4 more number 1 draft picks on your offensive roster the next 2 years.
If they're competitive, I don't think he loses his job.
Nah, you're gonna be. I'm trying to tell you, bro. If one of them because again, we talking about a franchise who never had a good quarterback in all these years.
Well,
so if you're passing up on the quarterbacks that ended up panning out to be
Jay Cutler's a hell of a
superstars in the making, and you had the chance to get them, and you didn't scout and do your job, well, you might do it again. That's the whole point. If he misses twice.
We already missed Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, we missed Patty Mahomes.
But that was before polls. That was before polls. So that's not on him. We're not talking. Right. But that's your point. Another reason. That's another reason why you can't miss. If you miss
well, how about this, Diesel? I'm the owner of the Bears, and you're the GM, and you moved off Fields and convinced me to reset the clock. And he goes off somewhere and becomes an all-pro and becomes a Hall of Famer. And Caleb Williams becomes an average quarterback. Maybe you move off him or he ends up being like not C.J. Stroud, but the other guy, You can get fired then too, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yes. So
You
that's
get
what I'm
fired,
saying. I mean, so this narrative of, well, he
No,
better
but
do
you
this or
can't.
he's going to
No.
lose his job.
But you've
Look at
already,
San
here's the
Fran.
difference.
Lynch hasn't lost his job, and he drafted the wrong quarterback. Why? Because they're winning.
Here's the difference, though. If you get a rookie with a rookie quarterback,
athletes,
he's gonna have more leeway. He's gonna have more leeway than he would if he kept Fields. If they keep Fields and don't get a quarterback, right?
Okay. I think I see your point. His clock, because he keeps staying with Fields, but now if he goes with a rookie, they might give him some more time. Like, hey, he's got to get time to develop this rookie.
You're gonna have leeway if that rookie is showing promise. And you ain't necessarily winning like you should.
Yeah, they're
gonna get out of pass.
So you think as a GM, the best way to keep your job is to do things just to keep your job instead of doing things that you think are right for the team.
No,
you
what
think
comes
that's
down
leadership?
to is, what does he think is right for the team? Does he think that one of these quarterbacks are a better fit for the Bears going forward than Fields? That's the biggest issue that he's got to answer.
I tell you what, the president didn't mince his words, Ace, in his presser. He loves JF1. And whether or not that was just to build up his trade value, and that's what I was saying before you got on the show, Diesel, that's what Poles needs to be doing. Talking about JF1 is my guy. He's our quarterback. He's our all this. Unless we get something that knocks me off my. I've been saying this for 2 years, Ace. This will be my approach. Somebody gonna call me anyway and try to, give me an offer that's gonna knock my socks off, right? I ain't got to be going out in the press and suggesting that, I'm on the fence here and this guy's in the gray. No, this is my guy. You know what I'm saying? We talk to him behind the scenes on a contract. That's how you create value. Now the other team's going to say, well, damn, let me come in and make an offer for Fields right quick before they re-sign him.
Right.
Even
if they do re-sign him, you're looking at a starting quarterback for your team for 2 years, $30 million, $15 million.
Yeah, it's cheap, Ace. $15 million a season, Diesel. That's cheap. And like you said, you can still be developing a quarterback. And if you're going to go that route, you could draft one like 28th. You know what I'm saying?
You saying again, when here's the thing, when you do that fifth year option, that the player wants an extension.
Oh, I see your point.
It's like they want the extension with it. So now you can keep, like I said, you can keep Fields for this fourth year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you got to do the fifth year option this year. Like,
but you can add one on. You can add one on a player option then that next year.
Yeah, so he might be disgruntled because you didn't. Let's say they keep Fields, we don't trade him at the draft, right? But you don't sign this fifth year option, which you got to do like one of these months, March or May, something like that. I forget what the date is.
We're gonna do
same thing happened with Dak Prescott. He was disgruntled, but he's still on the Dallas Cowboys. He's about to get his third, fourth contract. He was disgruntled this rookie season. They didn't re-sign him right away, and he taxed them though when he renegotiated.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is. But if you draft a quarterback, they didn't draft no quarterback in the first round when Dak Prescott was disgruntled.
No, they did.
The Bears draft a quarterack, it changes everything because it's going to be a first round.
Oh, so you think he might hold out or something like that? Demand a trade or something like that. Right,
he can say, man, I don't want to play for y'all.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But
that's not going to happen.
And what did he say?
I don't think it's going to happen though because of the pundits. But everybody,
the Bears haven't told him anything.
But everybody ain't as hot on Fields as Ace is. And as I am. So what I'm saying is Fields is still like, it's only so many jobs in the NFL and you don't want to start moving around. And he said he wants to say he can't even envision. He said he can't even see himself in another uniform, Ace. Man, that guy's a bear, man. Yeah. He is a bear. We've seen it. Go ahead.
Even at $30 million, he's still a commodity because you're giving another team a damn quarterback if you want to trade him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for $15 million a season.
That's my scenario, Diesel. You trade away Fields and he goes off.
Listen, I keep him only for this year. If you're getting them for $5 million, whatever that is for this year, whatever the pay is for this year, that's it. That's all.
That's it.
There is no unless he balls out spectacularly this year.
I don't understand where you guys get keeping the Bears money in the damn bank. $15 million for a starting NFL.
Because he's not worth for all of that shit.
Sign
he
the guy.
Himself worth for that shit. You're gonna overpay him for nothing. and then
I'm
be
not
stuck with his
overpaying him.
ass.
He's a starting NFL
Fuck out of here.
quarterback.
Ain't trying to pay him all that fucking money. He ain't worth it. Let him prove it. If he balls out this year, then we can talk. Then we can
What are
talk.
we
But you
talking
talking about
about?
paying a
We
dude
got
But
all
a
hey,
that money,
six-year
man.
option
well,
on him.
but Ace, we've made some headway. We've got the GM to say he agrees to stay on Fields for another year. I mean, you're still arguing.
I'll keep.
Deal.
Hey,
It's a deal.
I'll.
Keep
But
Fields.
now again, the
You're still
only
going to
way.
draft Jaden Daniels. You're not bringing Marvin Harrison Jr. Now I got to use my 9 to get Omoge
Right. If you take
from
Caleb Williams,
Nigeria.
you can't keep Fields. If you take the first pick in the draft with Caleb, you can't keep him. I'm speaking if you take Jaden Daniels at
Trade
2,
down. Right.
yeah,
Or even
him at
Drake
2.
May. Or even drop dead gorgeous Drake May.
Yeah,
He's drop
if you
dead
take
He's
one of
smart.
them,
They said he's the smartest one in the draft, too.
then
I sent you the clip.
That's different. That's
Yeah.
different. But if you
He's
take
smart.
the first pick in the draft with a quarterback,
And
you
he's
got to
athletic.
start.
His parents are smart, too.
No, he
You know what I
doesn't.
mean? They should get him part ownership of the team. All right, Diesel, go ahead and give me your final words out there, and then I'm going to throw it to you, Ace. We can wrap it up. This is a great job, guys. Great job. You guys, please like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
It's going, man. Not only is it going to be with these we didn't even really talk about some of the players with the times they were running. They had that dude that ran the fastest.
We can cover that next
40.
week. We're doing the combine. They on the clock.
And so with the Bears, it's such a big thing coming up with them because not only even with the stadium, I think they ruled in favor of Arlington Heights in terms of what the taxes are for the stadium. So the Bears ain't gonna. They were trying to get the value or whatever.
But you saw, you see how Kevin Warren get down though? You see how he get down? He started talking to the mayor, and all of a sudden Arlington Heights came to their mind. You see what I'm saying? That dude's a genius.
So, man, it's just a big thing coming up in regards to the future of the Bears, and just keep looking and reading and seeing what's going on a daily. Caleb Williams his interviews is kind of like we expected, man. He's
man, his interviews, man. I'm moving off of him. The more I hear him talk.
Yeah, it's like okay. It's like he's saying nothing, but he's talking.
He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist, but he's a hell of a player.
Yeah, and Jaden Daniels, I was trying to hear more of him talking to get a
love
feel.
him.
Yeah, he seems like
I saw his
I wish I would have paid more attention. If I would have known that was that dude from Arizona State and I wasn't paying attention to LSU, I could have a better assessment on him. But again, it depends on what Poles sees in terms of who he wants to rock with. If he thinks it's Fields, he can think it's Fields. It's just that the arrows that he been putting out doesn't seem like he's leaning towards keeping Fields because Fields is saying they haven't told him anything.
Well, he said he's been in communication with Fields, but I think he's weighing. Go ahead, though, bro. But I think he's weighing when he says he's weighing what he's going to get for Fields, and he wants to weigh the offers he'll get to move down. I think he wants to do that before he makes any kind of decision. I think ultimately he would have moved Fields if he was moving off Fields. He'd have done it already. The fact that he hasn't done it already makes me feel like he wants to keep Fields unless somebody blows him away.
I think it's just the opposite. I think with the draft coming, these quarterbacks just started performing at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
So people are looking at them, evaluating them. I was watching some of them throwing the ball yesterday, and man, what's the guy from freaking is he from Tennessee? Man, that motherfucker can throw a deep ball. Is it Milton? Jack Milton? Man, he was, man. Everybody else is like they putting the ball out.
Is he some sort of color?
Yeah.
Man, is he colored? Man, hey, that dude throwing the ball like he was John Henry himself. That ball was like boom, like a bomb for real.
There's nobody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, let's see what happens. I don't think they made a decision. Like I said, teams were looking at these other quarterbacks, so they're trying to figure out, like, hey, what's going on, what we might take. And honestly, the draft isn't till when?
April 13th, I believe.
So yeah, you still got a full month. I think.
But Fields be trading them picks quick. I mean, Poles, he traded that number one pick quick last year.
Yeah, I think he'll if he's trading Fields, I think it'll be by the end of this month that they'll have him traded. If he doesn't trade him by the end of the month, all bets are off. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he might just keep him. Like you said, he might just keep him and just move forward with the draft, you know?
Yeah,
you can still move down, get Marvin Harrison Jr., or you can still draft a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If he don't get the trade value for Fields.
And I think any of the quarterbacks, if it's Williams or Jaden Daniels or Fields.
I like Michael Penix Jr. Y'all sleep on Michael Penix.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him at the Sugar Bowl. I like him too.
Yeah.
Penix, yeah, it's just the knee injuries he had, man. They were brutal. But yeah, you could get him for it too. You can get him maybe in the second round. This is teams be so thirsty for quarterbacks, they be drafting them too early. Like they don't really be due to get drafted there, but they draft them anyway because they scared somebody else going to take them.
Nab them up. Yep. Yeah. All the quarterbacks get drafted too high. Man, years ago, bro, quarterbacks wasn't even taking #1 overall. They wouldn't do that. But all of a sudden, it's the most important position in sports, in all sports now. Yeah.
Unless they were drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, but it was even then it was rare. People didn't value it like that. It was the running backs, you know, and the safeties and every other position. But go ahead,
So they changed, they changed the rules of the game.
Yeah, they was building
now
football
they got
too.
all of that emphasis on quarterbacks. So it changes up everything with the freaking draft. Like, man, usually you see one, possibly two quarterbacks taken in the first 20 picks. Right?
Exactly.
Now you seeing four
in the first round.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous, man.
Right.
Ridiculous. And it fucks it up because somebody like Penix, second rounder, third rounder, you know. Shit, I think Russell Wilson was a second rounder.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, second rounder.
Dak was a third rounder. Aaron was a late first rounder. He dropped towards the end of the first round.
Yeah, he was almost a second round.
Yeah.
He went like towards
the end. 30th or 29th, yeah.
28th.
Takes that monkey off their back too. All that pressure.
Yeah, and it's got everything fucked up. Now you got people. You got to pick a quarterback because if you don't, this team gonna get him, or that team gonna get him. So I kind of blame the NFL for the way that they done changed the rules. And now you got. Remember, running backs used to get drafted high.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Used to get drafted high,
and I would still do it. I would draft the best available talent.
They'd be like, "Oh, fuck, we're gonna get on running back in the first round or the second round."
Yeah,
get them in the third round.
Because they used to draft the best available talent. It was about selling tickets. That's before the league was getting all this TV money, and you had to have talent on that football field. You know what I mean? So you couldn't just take a chance and get a bum quarterback and develop him for 18 years and not sell tickets.
Yeah, so, I'm just, with the anticipation, waiting to see what happens. And we ain't going to know what's going to go down until somebody makes a move. Somebody got to make a move to do something, whether it's a different team or you know, they ain't necessarily got to make a trade with the Bears to move up. You know what I mean? They can trade with somebody else and move up to 2, up to 3, up to 4, because they probably say, well, the Bears can only take one fucking person.
Exactly.
So if we like two different people or 3 different people, we can move up and be in a position to do what we want to do. So, I'm just eager with anticipation to see what happens because this
opening day next season. Who's the Bears quarterback?
JF1.
Now that is asking you what Poles is going to do.
Yeah, my bet would be it's going to be Caleb Williams. That's my bet.
And what's your percentage on that?
70%.
If you was Vegas line, okay, 70-30.
70%. Because I haven't heard him. Have you heard Poles talk about Jaden Daniels at all?
No, they don't ask him. He don't talk about none of them until they ask him specific questions. You know, he'll link all the quarterbacks, group them all, and he talks about them in a group because he don't want to tip his hand.
I've never heard him have like commentary on Jaden Daniels or the dude May. I haven't really heard him talk about
he ain't said nothing about May.
Yeah, so
I don't think the black president and the black GM is considering statue.
1 year started out of damn North Carolina again.
Your guy Merle Hodge. You heard his analysis on
he went hard. I was like, I always thought Merle Hodge was blowing dog whistles though, but he went hard. You know, that's another part of that. They come out every year and start desecrating you know, the black players who are gonna get a lot of money.
Man, he went in on May though. Oh my God,
He can't, but he went in on Caleb first. He had to go in on May later because somebody
I
told him
heard
you blew
him
your
talking
dog
about
whistle too
Caleb,
low.
but he was like everything he
Talk
kept
about
saying with
Caleb like he was a slave.
he kept saying his accuracy is top notch. Everything he would say, he would come back to, but his accuracy is through the roof. When he was talking about May, he was like, that dude's a rat. He's not consistent. He'll put a throw here, a throw there, but then he won't read, and he messes up here. Man, he went in on May worse than any quarterback I heard him talk about. I mean, through the roof on May. I was like, damn, really? I went back and started watching some of his film.
Bro, if y'all want a quarterback, we could take a flyer on JJ McCarthy in the 3rd round. But all right, if that's your final words, I'm gonna throw it. Appreciate you popping in. I'm gonna throw it to. Well, he's a winner. Well, he's a winner. Well, if you can say Fields is 10-27, then you better consider his record.
Yeah. I don't like JJ.
Y'all can sit here and say, "Well, Justin Fields is 10-27." He's a winner.
Here's my assessment with McCarthy. I watched enough of his games with him playing, and I wasn't thrilled with his passing at all. It was like kind of hidden within that hardball type of offense, right?
But he's a winner.
So I'm like,
but he's winning the games.
I don't care about him winning the game. I'm talking
win
about
losses is a quarterback stat.
I'm talking about his. I'm talking about his.
I'm talking about what they say about JF1.
Well, let him go to San Francisco since they basically kind of like duplicates of hardball.
Wins and losses is a quarterback.
Let him go to San Diego and back
he's a winner.
Herbert.
I'll take a flyer on him. I'll take a flyer on him.
Maybe they will.
Yeah.
You can have him. You can have that motherfucker. I'll take Bo Nix before I take him.
I'll take a flyer on him.
I was watching Bo Nix yesterday throwing the ball. He looked decent. I don't even think was McCarthy there.
He's got the most starts. I think Bo Nix started like 61 games. I'm like, damn.
We can find him in the 3rd or 4th round.
He got like you could. Well, I think somebody will get him. Somebody, because they draft quarterbacks too freaking early, man. That's the worst part.
Listen, part. We need trenches. Go ahead, Ace. But I appreciate you, Diesel. Get your final words in, Ace. We need trenches, though. Y'all getting too far away from what's necessary. And so you guys do it every season, too. Every damn season.
I don't do it every season.
I'm always in the trenches. Like, I wanted the 3 tech, you know what I mean? I want the center this year. You guys.
Man, we all know we need
Tommy Harris.
Tommy Harris was my guy. He was on the juice, too, in my opinion.
What was the other dude, man? He was cold. And they found him during the preseason that he was playing good. Henry Milz. That was his fucking name.
Loved him. He blew. He got hurt too.
Beast. Remember, but they let him go. The Cowboys took him in free agency.
He was not shit.
Yeah, Henry Milz. He was a beast, man.
It was a pre-contract year. He was juicing up too, probably. That was the juice 90s. Yeah, it was the juice 90s. Ask Lance Armstrong. Yeah, he was beating cancer and all types of stuff with the juice. Big ups, Lance Armstrong.
All right, y'all. I'm out, man.
All right, Diesel. Bet down, bro.
Later.
All right, Ace, final words, bro.
Well, my final words is the Bears need to pump up these next 2 drafts, and the only way they can do that is by trading away this #1 pick. If you're gonna pick the same quarterback, just smaller and slower, and maybe has a chance to throw a better ball.
Yeah, he's more accurate. But everything else you said, he's smaller, he's slower, he's not as tough, but he's more accurate, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah, but he's more accurate to guys that are wide open, just like JF1 was when he was in college. You got a chance. You got a chance to have 2 #1 picks in this draft, add a second, and add a #1 pick next year. So you're looking at drafting twice again in the 1st round next season. So if you can make it happen with 4 picks in the 1st round, 6 picks in the first 2 rounds over the next season, you can't build a team that way. I don't know what you're doing. Kevin Warren went to JF1's graduation. And, was there congratulating him, graduated from Ohio State University. I don't see many presidents of teams going to do that for their players. So
he loves Justin Fields.
Yeah. So, there's always the possibility of, the general manager, hey, saying this is my team, I'm doing my job.
But he might lose his job to Diesel's point, because if your boss
Right.
loves a certain person and you move
Yeah,
off of him and something
yeah,
don't go right, guess what?
yeah, yes. Somebody's got to pay the price. So I would keep building the team, like you said when you came in here, and you keep preaching to us that you want to build this franchise through the draft. You got plenty of free agency capital, as well as go out and pick up that edge rusher, or even a three technique, or even the center. But the Bears have the door, the glass is more than half full as far as what they can do to build this franchise over the next 2, 3 seasons. If you're looking for the Bears to go to the Super Bowl with Caleb Williams next year, it's not going to happen. Is it a possibility they can do it with Justin Fields? Depending on the personnel they pick up, it's a possibility.
And they
But
got
it's
some
not.
good Filipino nail shops in on the South Side.
Nah. Well, yeah, all over the place. But hopefully he's just going for a pedicure. Well, he can get a pedicure and his nails done, all the same time. But I'm just looking to build the squad through the draft, and through free agency while we can. And you're still going in the next season with 2 number 1 picks, your second, and you still have free agency dollars working next year. So uh, that's my take on it. Caleb Williams, I believe he's a good player, but you're looking at 3, 4 years down the road as far as winning and being in that playoff Super Bowl window where you can do it here. You can sign Justin to his extension. You got him for 2 more years for $30 million, and then you got the franchise tag after that. Yeah, yeah. Of course, the player wants a long-term deal, but if he's working out 3 years from now, you're gonna figure something out, and you're gonna make something happen as far as his contract is concerned. Everybody's gonna be happy. You're gonna be winning. You got all these other generational talents sprinkled through your offensive defense, and they're all going to be young players when Justin's getting paid. So. Hey, my final take is Bears trade the number 1 pick, pick up Marvin Harrison Jr., uh, pick up whoever who's the best athlete at 9, whether even if it's the other guy coming out of Washington. You got 3 stud wide receivers, or you get the tackle, you get your center, whatever you got to do to build this squad up, and I think that's the route that the Bears need to take heading into next year. Keep developing and building depth on the team, because, as you know, in the NFL, it stands for not for long, and that's way when these players get hurt, that's where their careers go. So keep building, keep building, keep building. You putting all your eggs in one basket of a rookie quarterback out of the Pac-12 school. I don't,
In the air raid system.
in the air raid system that has been uh, documented as not working in the NFL. So that's my take on it. JF1, MHJ, whoever we get at 9, whoever we can possibly get it in the second round, and keep drafting players and building the squad up, special teams. And we got some work to do in free agency. Bear down, go Bears. I don't know about 14-3 next year, but it depends on who in the hell we get out of this draft and through this free agency period. And the Bears are in the catbird seat looking to succeed. So bear down. That's my final word.
Well said. Now, you said a couple things I'm going to piggyback on. Marvin Harrison Jr. Was purposely, glossed over by our other host. And I think, we may have to do an entire show on Marvin Harrison Jr. So in the draft, people, there's 2 schools of thought when you're drafting. You either draft for need, right? Or some guys draft for best available talent. Oftentimes, if there's if you don't need a, quarterback, for instance, you already have a quarterback who could be a Pro Bowler. Those guys are the ones who would move down traditionally, because another team could get the quarterback, right? We don't need a quarterback. We have a quarterback. Number 2, the best available talent in the draft is Marvin Harrison Jr. No one's talking about, we could talk about, if you pass up on Caleb and he does this and that and that. If this Marvin Harrison Jr., because I wanted Randy Moss and we passed up on Randy Moss because he smoked a little marijuana and got into it with a parking attendant or some crap. No, parking attendant happened when he was already in Minnesota. He was a rookie. My point is this. We passed up on Randy Moss. Passing up on Marvin Harrison Jr. is akin to passing up on Randy Moss. So, Caleb, in his best scenario as an NFL quarterback, in my mind, is Steve Young. Marvin Harrison Jr. is Randy Moss. So you have to ask yourself, if you already have a quarterback, who would you rather have? Another quarterback or Randy Moss? These are the questions we're asking. We got a quarterback who can already throw the deep ball. He's proven he can throw to individuals who have talent with a high efficiency. So that was just one thing I wanted to mention. That's all for today's episode of Mouthpiece Included. This is the podcast, the only podcast where we talk sports, politics, and everything in between. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion. We want to thank you for listening and supporting our show, and don't forget to tell your friends and family about us, because word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. We'll be back next week with another episode. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal to the Navy and Orange. FGB, bear down, and don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. All right there, fella. I think that does it for today, bro.
All right.
Yeah, man, but that's one thing they're not talking about, Ace. None of them are talking about if this guy, Marvin Harrison Jr., goes ape crap.
Yeah.
Mouthpiece Incl.
Nobody's talking about Post to lose his job for that.
No.
Yeah, everybody keep talking about evaluating these quarterbacks. Nobody's talking about, okay, he went to games and saw this guy play.
Yeah.
The president of the team is a Big Ten guy, and this guy was, guy has pedigree.
Pedigree. I love pedigree.
Best talent in the draft. But yet there's a generational quarterback over here. But then on the other hand, this guy's the best talent in the draft. I've never heard anything like this before, Ace.
2024. They want to lodge JF1 out of Chicago for some reason, so I don't get it. Yeah. It's a narrative that they've been running all year since last year. JF1 for me. Let's build a squad. Let's go out here and win.
Yeah, that's right. All right, y'all. And as always, man, thanks for y'all support. You can always check us out on Sundays, typically around, let's say, 11 a.m. Chicago time. And, of course, you can catch Self Love Show on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on TATN. So, get our take it from the top here.
TATN.
Big ups production.
Big ups production.
Big ups. All right, so you find yourself sliding. You might be sliding through the city of Chicago or smashing through LA. Your head on the swivel. Your head on the swivel. Your eyes were watching God. Watch your back. Check your six. Don't count on that blind spot detector.
Mine just went out.
God your grill. Boy, they love to drive in your blind spot in LA. Boy. It don't be no other cars on the street that cruising in your blind spot. Knuckle up. And don't forget to.
Don't forget it, baby.
Better guard your grill.
And don't forget to.
Don't forget it, baby.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Don't forget it.
Free JF1.
JF1. Bear down.
Mouthpiece
FGB.
All the players like them.
What else you want?
better
Fam.
guard your grill.
Get up.
Media. You want the media to like them.
Yeah.
TFF.